Hello, Sammy here for the Stamina Cell YouTube channel, and I'm here with the TA, Mr. Tunde Ajayi. How are you?
You see it. Dream it, believe it, become it. You know, that's all it is. Fine. Feeling good. And,
It's been a while since we've caught up, since the fight. Looking back at it now, how do you assess Anthony's fight and Anthony's performance?
Excellent. 20 out of 10. You know, that's what I always say.
Yeah.
I don't say 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10, because, again, Anthony displayed what I know he has, and that's a great boxing skill, intelligence, patience, and he basically made a good fighter. And don't be mistaken, Travis Rees is a good fighter who came over here to win. You know, Anthony made it look easy. But nothing is easy. Everything is a test and a challenge, and Anthony on the night proved what I've known for a long time, that he's a special talent.
And a day after that, you get the call that WBO have ordered Anthony Yarde to fight for the WBO light heavyweight title against Sergey Kovalev. I just want to know, what were your initial thoughts when the call came through?
Dream it, believe it, become it. Those were my thoughts. It's so ironic that me and Anthony was in the O2 getting a burger and a milkshake. George Warren phoned me and said, "Tun, I'm just letting you know that the WBO have ordered the Kovalev fight." Anthony looked at me and said, "We taking it, Unc?" I said, "You're damn right we're taking it." And that was it, and here we are.
And a lot has been made about it. Purse bids have been called, and you've made it clear that you don't want it in Russia. You want to fight in the UK. Is there anything changed about that, or is it always fight in the UK at the moment?
Well, at the end of the day, the WBO have mandated the fight. Cafe Duva have called the purse bids, and immediate purse bids, for Monday, and we'll see what it is. I'm still very confident that Frankie Blue Eyes, my good friend, long-time friend in the sport of boxing, can work magic. Frank's the best, and I maintain that, and I just believe that forget about me and Frank. I mean, even from the perspective of a trainer and a manager, you want it in the UK, because who's going Russia?
Yeah.
I don't think many people will go Russia, and I don't think the interest will be as much in Russia as it would be in the UK. I don't think he does the numbers in America, so I just think UK has to be the place.
You were quite active on social media. You wanted it at the Emirates. Yours and Anthony's team.
Yes.
Is anything changed about that, or is it still that, or would it be anywhere else in London?
Well, I got told off. I got told off for saying that, but it's like I say. To me, it's not a ludicrous idea. We can get 30,000-40,000 in there. I believe it. I believe if it's promoted right, if it's hyped right, it can happen. Anything can happen, and anything is possible. And again, you won't find many people who would have predicted that a young man, after 12 amateur fights, would be ranked #1 in the world and just about to create history and become the most inexperienced world champion ever. You couldn't have predicted that. So it's not ludicrous to say that the fight can happen in the Emirates and it could do numbers. So again, it's called the boxing business. So things would have to stack up financially, because nobody's in there to lose money. So if it stacks up financially, then it's a possibility. But for now, my main objective and Anthony's main objective is to become the WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, and it's gonna happen.
Do you think people brush over the fact that Anthony Yarde is someone who's only had 12 amateur fights and is a now global Adidas ambassador, unbeaten obviously, majority of knockouts, and now he's been mandated to fight for a world title? Do you think people just brush over that?
Of course, especially because of the way we've done it. You know, it's like I keep saying, it appears that we're not fighting nobody, but go check the record. I sound like a parrot, you know, and I'm gonna keep maintaining it, because the Sunday after the fight, everybody's gonna have to come up with another excuse. Because if you look at Nikolai Sakloka, he'd never been stopped, never. He'd been in there with Alpha Abraham, Sakio Bika, world-class punchers. Anthony drops him in 2 and stops him in 4. Again, Anthony's first southpaw, I think it was Darius Sek, first person to stop him. Again, Chavez Ruiz. If you look at the connection, Chavez Ruiz lost to Koro Morat in the 12th and final round in an up and down. This is the same Koro Morat that lost against Bernard Hopkins by points. This is the same Bernard Hopkins that lost to Kovalev on points when Bernard was 49 years old. Anthony Yarde made Chavez Ruiz look like an amateur, and that's no disrespect to the brother, because I spoke to Chavez Ruiz's trainer afterwards and he said to me, that boy is special, don't let them rush you. And I was like, don't worry brother, this is going the way we say it's going. No one ain't rushing us, everything has been calculated for a particular time. And as I say, it's like I've promoted the fight, I've called it, the time is now, and I believe the time is now.
Do you ever feel that you're being pressured into making these maybe rash decisions in rushing Anthony, or do you not feel the pressure from the public or anything like that?
Well, firstly, I echo the words of the young man that I'm with every single day, Anthony Yarde. He always says, the only pressure you feel is the one you put on yourself. And even before I knew Anthony, you ask anyone who knows me, you can't pressure Tunde Ajayi. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. And in 2017 was the first time they was talking about Anthony fighting for a world title, November, December. I said, no way. Last year, 2018, there were 3 world title offers. Kovalev, Baterviev, Volstik. I said no. That was pressure, especially last year. Last year was the most pressure. I said no. This year, we're ready. This year, I'm saying let's fight. Let's fight. So, although it may look like there's a lot of pressure coming from the outside now, it's not pressure to me because it's going the way I said it was going to go from the very beginning. And here we are. And Anthony Yarde will become the world boxing organization light heavyweight champion this year, 2019.
By knockout, of course.
You know, you already know what that is. You know Tunde Ajayi does not train anybody for points. It's KO. It's always a KO. Go look at Anthony's record, amateur and professional. The only person who lasted the distance was in Anthony's, I think, second fight. And he hit the floor. So everybody who's been in the ring with Anthony, 99% of them have been knocked out, and the other 1% hit the floor. And that was in a short 4-round fight. Obviously, if it was a 6 or an 8 or a 10, he would have been knocked out as well. So in my mind, Anthony's got a 100% KO record. And it's not the opponent, it's Anthony. We are dictating. You're going to see spectacular knockouts from Anthony Yarde as the competition gets better, which sounds kind of strange, but the guys at the top level, they more want to come for it. And if you come, because you can't outbox Anthony, so you only got one chance, just throw the kitchen sink. And if you throw the kitchen sink at Anthony, you're getting knocked out quickly. quickly. You saw Travis Reese, Sakloka, they all started pressuring first round. By the end of the first round, they went back to their corner and knew it was over. And it's going to be the same like with anybody who Anthony Yarde fights. Anthony Yarde is special. He's going to be a champion for a very, very long time.
I think a lot of people know and understand Anthony's punch power, but I think one thing that is underrated is his actual boxing IQ and boxing ability. Do you agree?
He's got a good teacher. No such thing as bad student, only bad teacher. And Anthony Yarde came with good skills, but me, Tunde Ajayi, have added to and enhanced those skills, and those skills will continue to grow and develop and flourish, because as I keep saying, Anthony is still in the embryonic stage of his career. So it's just a case of there ain't really a fighter that I've seen out there that can make Anthony bring out his A game. Right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm being totally honest with you, Anthony hasn't even come out of second gear. When and if that does happen, you will see different levels of skills, the kind of levels we see every day in the gym. But you need a certain opponent, a certain adversary to bring those skills out. And who knows? It may happen, it may never. I can't really ever say you saw the Floyd Mayweather's A game. And I'm sorry to say you're going to see the same thing with Anthony Yarde, because he's just that far above in terms of skill.
And moving on from Anthony, one of your other fighters, Bilal, he's got a fight coming up Saturday, 27th of April at the SSE Arena in Wembley.
Yes.
How's he training and being prepared for that? Because I know he's someone that doesn't come out of camp.
Yes.
He's always working hard. So how's he coming along?
The chosen one, the king of Becton. That's what I call him. He said I like that name, Unks. B1. Again, 3 amateur fights, about to change everything, and the way, the perspective or the perception people have of boxers and what kind of experience they feel one should have before turning professional. We got a system here, and it ain't gonna be no different with Bilal. It don't matter what he looks like now. Every fight you will see an improvement. He will get better. Every day he will get better, because he's under the Stamina for Soul system of boxing, and right now he's looking good. I mean, I don't train him. Coach Ade Oliyinka is his trainer, and they're a great partnership. You see, I say to Ade, you just remind me of me and Anthony, you know, and I can't wait to the part where you start arguing with each other every day, because you both so want to get it right. But that's the system. It's a relationship between the student and the teacher, a joint relationship. And him, Bilal and Ade, I love watching it, and I'm very excited for him. Very excited for his second professional fight. Get your tickets on staminaforsale.com. Yeah, trust me, get your tickets, because Bilal's a massive ticket seller. He only had 10 days notice. Such is the confidence of Bilal. He only had 10 days notice for his professional debut. And he almost sold out the place. When Bilal's fight was over, the place was empty. Yeah. So if he can do that in 10 days notice, we're expecting big things from Bilal as his career goes on. And he's got the support system around him, good family, good friends, and obviously us here in the camp. We all want the best for Bilal, so I'm very excited for him. And tune in, buy your tickets, April the 27th, SSE Wembley Arena.
And a prediction for that, I know there's a bit of a theme coming along, another knockout I'm suspecting.
It's gotta be. Remember, everything is mindset. And now, I've said it over and over again, and I keep repeating it. Even Bilal, in his barbershop, nobody's talking about, did he see that fight last night that went to the points? You gotta remember, in the barbershop, everyone becomes Angelo Dundee. every person sitting down in the barbershop, whether you're in the chair, whether you're cutting, they become the greatest trainer. And their advice is, if you don't knock out, they was like, why didn't you hit him with an uppercut? Why didn't you hit him with a left hook? You should have gone to the body. So I just train my guys, just have KO in your head all the time. And we ain't done bad so far. Bilal, as I say, I mean, Anthony had limited amateur experience. Bilal's even less, but he will become a serious puncher because he's so dedicated. He's got a good role model in Anthony to look up to, and something's going on here where we're creating young men who have a certain mentality, and the mentality is KO.
Well, remember to buy your tickets at staminafcell.com. It'll be in the link in the description. Remember to be there, and you'll see a knockout, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So, Tunde, it's been a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you.
Sammy. Go on.
All the Stamin Cell links will be in the link in the description. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See ya. Do you have a final message for the people watching?
Go out there today. Tune in to Stamina for Sale YouTube channel. And as I always say, dream it, believe it, become it. Signing off. TA.